The following video and its contents are personal testimonies, and it does not represent Riway International, Riway Philippines and its products.
Okay, so my story starts in January 15. I was not really healthy for the past 7 years. My doctor, this is my record, by the way, in Methodist Hospital here in Houston. I had so much defects with my body. Blood pressure issues since 2013, so I've been taking some blood pressure medicines. I have too many platelets. It's due to my myelofibrosis. I have a bone marrow cancer. I realize it's a form of cancer. I have also polycythemia vera. It's a type of blood cancer to make too many red blood cells. So I don't understand medical terms, but I realized I was not really healthy. So my doctor told me you can live still 5 to 8 years with your life, but if you want to extend your life, you have to undergo bone marrow transplant or BMT. And I had a session with the BMT doctor in the Methodist Hospital. Methodist Hospital here in Houston is one of the biggest hospitals. They have best doctors in town and the city and whole of the United States, if not of the world. And if I will not take bone marrow transplant, I would not live beyond 8 years. So, and my doctor said, your kids are still young. 57 years old is also young. Why don't you take this option? But when I learned about the pricing, it's like 12,000 and more. That's only the procedure. My stay in the hospital for 2 weeks is not covered on it. And I need a donor, my sister or my brother from the Philippines. I need to bring them here. It just making me scratch my head. I said, it is impossible for me to do this. And I was taking so many medicines, and these two are popular ones, hydroxyurea and Jacapi. And I learned that these are oral chemo medicines, oral chemotherapy. I was taking hydroxyurea for 3 years, Jacapi for 2 years, and plus prednisone. These are steroids. I was on high steroids every time I have a blood transfusion. By the way, every 6 months I have a blood transfusion. Why? Because my hemoglobin is low all the time and never increased. So it could only increase when I took steroids. But after tapering steroids, it went back again. My hemoglobin went down. So and other medicines. So somehow like I have prescription medicines of 10 tablets every morning, and another for daytime and another for evening.
Wow.
And I trusted the doctors very well. I said, I have great doctors here in Houston. So I put hope on them for the past 7 years. And I realized that now when I had this stem cell, oral stem cell, the prescription meds I was taking are not really helping me for the cure, but troubleshoot their diagnosis. They look at from the test and they put a medicine on it. But I was not really cured. It's just adding some toxins in my body. Now, when did I start? Why I started the stem cell therapy? Because Fritz Ligon, our speaker tonight, Miss Fritz Ligon, was our guest in Davao in our Airbnb house. And it happened that we were able to discuss with him about what she was advocating as well. And I was skeptical at first because I live here in the US and we have best doctors and we have best medical pharmaceutical companies here. But I was saying to myself as well, I've been with this medicine for many years, but there is no cure. Why should I put trust in this option? So we made a decision. MJ and I decided to take this option and say, let's try this product. Let's enroll in the therapy for herself and for myself. So we were waiting for that product until after enrollment. We were hopeful that this would be our remedy. So last January 15 of 2022, I started my therapy. So we received the product, and then I started taking. So this is my record when I started my therapy. Okay. My health status when I started my therapy was that for the past 5 years, my hemoglobin was low. That's my indicator. I become so weak with my low hemoglobin. I had blood transfusion every 6 months. Steroids was my life for the past 5 years. All prescription medicines could only raise my hemoglobin because of the steroids. Okay, and with all this, how do you call that? Oral chemotherapy. But then it will not go up as its normal level. But I was still weak. I am not really healthy. I can feel it that I'm not healthy. So last January 5, I have my blood test. So this time I was not taking my 4th-year placenta. You have my record here. This is Joe. This is from Methodist record. HGB is 8.3. That's very low. The normal range here is like 13 or 14 to 18 something. I was so weak still. That's January. Low energy, lack of interest in many things. Now, I started 4th year last January 15. That is 10 days after this blood works. So what happened? I just show you my record. This is not a fabricated record. So January 15 to February 15, my next blood work is February 15. There was a time that every week I have my blood works. I have to go to the clinic to get blood for test to know whether I'm improving or not. Now, I have this every month as well. January 15, this time is February 15. So look at what happened. When I started, January 5, it's 8.3. But after a month of taking 4th year, my hemoglobin went up to 10.5. It's not yet normal. But the increase of 2 point something for me is like miraculous. I said, wow, I did not change my medication yet. I continued taking my medication plus 4th year. And this works well for me. Now, this is my challenge. I will stop all my medications. I did not tell my doctor. This is my decision. Whatever will happen to me, that's my choice. So I stopped all my medication on March 15 after the record I got that my hemoglobin went up. I said, I will try to see what will happen. That after March 15, or my next test was March 18, my hemoglobin from 10.5, it's GB here, went up to 11.1. Still increasing without those medication, prescription medicine. But my red blood cell was already normal. All of this were all abnormal in the past. They are all red in colors. But this time, I'm showing something normal, the red blood cell. Now I said, I will continue not taking my prescription medicines for my 3rd month of use. The 3rd month of 4th year, look at what happened. White blood cell was normal, red blood cell was normal, hemoglobin went up to 12. It's from 11 to 12. My hematocrit is now green before they are all red. Now this is for me something. I am now on my 4th month. By May 15, I have my new record. I have my new blood test. I hope I can reach what? 13.8. That's a normal range. I'm on the 12 right now, but I am improving. And I said to myself, I feel becoming normal, as if like I went back to my age 40 of my life. And that is where I was energetic. So I could, now MJ could testify this, I could mow the lawn again. I could work hard in the front yard and backyard. I have most of my energy now, and I'm happy about it. And MJ can testify how my health is going better. Now, what did I do really? I believe on the principle that the greater the injury or harm, the higher the amount of portier you take. So what I did for me, after listening some testimonies of Fritz, that she gave her mom 6 couplets. I said, oh, I will try that. So 2 couplets in the morning, 2 couplets in the midday, and 2 couplets at night. I got 6, which is out of the advice of 4 a day in the first month. I made 6 because I believe that I had bad issue. And it went well with me. And my blood pressure is going well, but I continue to monitor it. I don't want to get some stroke, of course, because I get rid of my high blood pressure medicine as well. So we try to live a healthy food, to eat healthy food and healthy life, good sleep, and that's our goal. And MJ and I helping each other, doing exercise also to back up this therapy. Now, this is me when I started my 4th year. I look so old. And with 4th year, I started to regain my health. And this is me right now. This is the one you see in the live camera that I have here. And for me, I started my future. I started my life again with 4th year. Now, why am I sharing this? Riway is not paying me, because the more I share, as Richie is saying, I want to get a free 4th year in the future, because she experienced that as well in her life. Now, I continue to advocate this because it really helped me in my life. So thank you so much. I hope you learned from my story.